This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Talking favorite smells this morning on your walk into work. You were drawn by something.
Yep. So I get out of my car, walking through the parking lot. I'm like, oh, wow, something smells tasty. What a strange time for someone to be barbecuing. Or maybe, am I close to a restaurant that's prepping for the day? I've never smelt this in the X amount of years that I've been working in this building.
4:30, not normally the time you smell delicious food.
Yep. And then I realized I was holding ribs. They were kind of in front of my face because I had them in a container.
Yeah. So you were just smelling your own lunch.
My own food that was just wafting towards me. And I didn't realize it till I was in the elevator and I could still smell that amazing smell from outside. And I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's my lunch. And I'm like laughing to myself. But good job, because you made those ribs.
Hell yeah, I did.
So good.
There is a specific smell with ribs too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't blame you for being drawn to that smell. I would say my favorite smell, now this is very specific.
Hey, the more specific, the better, especially if other people can relate.
A fresh, crisp, cold autumn night. That, to me, is...
I can't smell that right now. I can't picture that. What I can picture, though, is a dewy, early morning before school when you'd like get up, go outside and walk to school, and it was still
or like when you
kind
go,
of foggy out.
When you go for a run.
I don't run.
Okay.
Neither do you.
True.
Julie said the smell of sawdust, and I have to agree. Whenever my dad was building things in the garage, I would go in there, and the smell of sawdust just... that brings me back. So thank you for that.
That's not a good memory for me, because if I smelled sawdust, usually it would be followed by, get the hell back inside and go hang out with your mother.
Stay away from my tools.
You like the smell of gas too, you're saying, right?
When I was a kid, yeah. Whenever my parents were filling up the gas tank, I'd open the window. Because back then it wasn't an electric window. You'd have to put the work in.
Of unrolling.
So that's why my biceps are so huge still to this day, because I'd
see
unroll
you
every time.
Just your traps would be ignited.
I have huge traps.
Yeah, that's why.
Mm-hmm. And I would just take like the biggest sniffs of gasoline. And I also loved the smell of cigarettes as a child.
At the same time, just a real dangerous dad.
Yeah, exactly. On the West End, there's big homes. We lived in a bungalow.
Defensive, huh?
Because it's
silver
rude.
Spoon?
No, never had a silver spoon.
What color were your spoons? See, you're just lying.
We had plastic spoons.
You're lying a lot today, actually.
So hit us up and tell us what your favorite smell is. Jen says a freshly lit joint. Monica says fresh coffee grounds. See, I can't get on board with fresh coffee grounds because as a bartender working at when it was late at night and people were drinking too much, they throw up on the floor. And what we had to use to cover the smell was coffee grounds.
Weird.
So coffee grounds are ruined for me.
They stole that from you because, that is a nice smell. You know a coffee's coming. And all of our addiction to it is just like, give me that.
Wow, this is an interesting one on the text line from Andy. The smell that I love is a chicken coop. Oh, because I got my first piece of tail in there. You got to elaborate with stories like that, Andy.
That's like a bit of a twist on the Mile High Club, hey? Just the
chicken coop.
The chicken coop club.
That sounds very small town.
Yeah. I'm in part of the doghouse club.
You have gotten it on in a doghouse.
Yeah.
That sounds so fake.
It was nasty.
That is the biggest lie you've ever told.
No, it's not.
We're just lying left, right, and center.
My friend,
look at this show of fake news on Play 107.
It was my friend Jordan's house.
You could fit it. How they had a Saint Bernard?
Yeah, it was a huge doghouse, and it was facing away from the front door or the back door, I guess, of his house, where people were coming and going. I was in high school, and so we hid behind it, and then all of a sudden we kind of ended up in it. It was very. Very fuzzy. That sounds
like the least sexiest thing ever. You're rolling around in dog dumps. Congrats.
Thanks.
Where's your cool spot? Because Andy said chicken coop. Ryder said dog house, which I still am convinced is a made-up story.
Nope.
I think mine story's better than both of yours. Outdoor hockey rink.
At the ODR, huh? On the ice? It seems cold.
No, there was no ice at that point. It was...
Then it's not an ODR.
Yes, it is.
No.
What else? What would it be?
A field?
No, because it's got the boards.
Yeah, but if there's not ice in there, you can't count it. It has to be winter.
You're just jealous. Because no girl would come with you to the ODR. They'd be like, you can't skate backwards. So that sounds like a waste of time, Ryder.
Don't.
Okay, so what club are you a part of? Caitlin just wrote in saying my backyard hot tub.
Okay.
We've talked about this before, and I said, can't you get a UTI from that? And everyone was like, no, Lisa, be a bit more explorative. Is that a word? Did I just make that up?
No, you're fine. Did you get a UTI at the ODR? There's a lot of letters there.
That'd be a really good band name. Jen said helicopter.
What?
How?
That's cool.
Who was flying it?
That is the Mile High Club. I think that counts.
Helicopter? Can we get some more details? I know that seems like kind of a creepy question, but I need to know.
Is the Mile High Club like always the bathroom? Is that like where?
No.
Okay.
But also, how do you get away with doing it elsewhere?
Yeah.
Unless you had a private jet.
Or a blanket.
We had a buddy reach out and tell us that he had that happen to him on a plane with a blanket.
And a stranger.
A woman from Brazil.
Yeah, kind of hot.
Yes, I think he made it up.
Yeah, I think
like
he made
most
it up too.
stories like that when people are like, I was away, none of my friends were around to witness this.
Right.
I'm always like skeptical that the story's true.
So I've never done anything crazy above ground level, but below.
Like in a basement?
No, in a pool. Lac La Biche Rec Center. Doing some hanky-panky underneath
Please
the water.
never ever say hanky-panky ever again. Okay, give us more details. What happened?
Well, we were flirting with each other, and then
This is how I know when Ryder's making up stories. I just said, give us more details, and he looked to the left, which is a clear sign that someone's lying.
I swear on my mother that this story is true.
Okay.
Which is a weird thing to swear on when we're talking about what we're talking about. But yeah, we were flirting a little bit, and then I hit the diving board. And
showed off some sweet moves.
yeah, I was doing some tricks.
What was your trick?
Probably like holding one leg.
What's that move where you hold both of your knees?
Yeah, that was
A dive
it.
bomb? What are those called?
Cannonball.
It was probably just a cannonball.
Anyway, she was...
It's like, wow. She's probably like, wow, that was a big splash.
Yeah.
Show me what else you have.
Yeah, she was splashing.
Okay, I doubt that.
Anyway, for some reason, I remember like under the water. She like found me after I dove in, or my intention was to like dive close to her. Anyway, we did some making out under the water. It was kind of cool.
That is actually pretty cool.
And then we hit the steam room, and let me tell you,
It was steamy.
it was steamy. Devin says passenger seat of a Mustang convertible on a road trip from Miami to Key West.
Ooh.
We stopped somewhere in the Keys, secluded with a beautiful ocean view. Best 90 seconds ever.
I've never understood the whole beach club because there's sand. Like you get sand everywhere.
Yeah, but like don't...
I'm a prude.
Yeah, I was just going to say, to be honest, like you're just shutting down all these ideas.
Hey, my answer was the ODR. That's a great answer.
We take a trip to Mexico. We did this a couple times. We went to Cuba once.
Yeah, we take listeners with us. We haven't done it in a while, just like obviously over the past few years, it's been tricky to do anything. But
And you have a story about that?
It was in the lifeguard lookout on the beach in Mexico.
Was that on our trip?
Was.
It was?
Yeah.
Was it somebody on our group trip that you were with?
Yeah.
what was his name again?
I can't remember.
Was the lifeguard there?
No, the lifeguard wasn't there.
It was probably late at night. Isn't that the worst when you have people on your list and you're like, don't know their names? You have to describe them as like guy with the earrings.
Yeah. Guy that gave me wicked red burn on my knees. I guess it was
We are joined by caller 7, Sharon. Now, I do have to warn you, Sharon, if you win $1,000, you're going to want to quit your job. That's what happened to Jordan yesterday. She didn't feel like going into work after winning that money, okay?
Okay.
So just be prepared for that. Here's how the game works. You're going to pick a teammate, either Lisa or myself. They will leave the room and won't be able to hear your answers when we give you 5 words. Just hit us with the first word that comes to mind for each. We'll invite your teammate back in, give them the same 5 words. For everyone that matches, it's $25. But like Jordan did yesterday, if you get all 5, it's $1,000, okay?
Woohoo.
Who would you like to roll with today?
I'm going to go with Ryder because I like Lisa's words.
Yeah.
No. Everybody's saying that now to make Lisa feel better about not being good at the game.
And I appreciate it. They know I'm a little bit sensitive. Okay, get out of here. You got my timer sound up over there? Okay, perfect. Okay, so Sharon, I'm going to start the timer right after I say the first word.
Okay.
What comes to your mind when I say saddle,
Horse.
Windex,
Clean.
classroom,
School.
cheese,
Cheddar.
and peppermint?
Oh, candy cane.
Good answers. Okay, Ryder, come back in. My timer's still going. You crushed that, Sharon. Are you ready, Ryder?
Yes.
Ryder, what comes to your mind when I say the word saddle?
Yeah, it is.
Little henny.
Horse.
Yep. $25, Sharon. Great start. Ryder, what comes to your mind when I say classroom?
School.
That's correct. See, I would have said student.
I was thinking teacher.
Also that. Okay, we got $50. Let's keep this going. What comes to your mind when I say cheese?
Oof, this is a tough one. I'm going to go with macaroni.
No, it was cheddar. I know. That one was kind of hard.
That's really tough.
That's okay. We're not winning $1,000, but can we try and win $100 for Sharon today?
Yeah, I guess.
What comes to your mind when I say peppermint?
Tea?
Candy cane. Are you mad at yourself right now? Because everyone else was thinking candy cane. And the last word is Windex.
Window.
Clean.
Ugh.
You know what? It's fine. We won $50, Sharon. That's better than nothing, right?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much.
Unfortunately, you still have to go to work today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Next chance to play is Monday morning at 7:50. Bit of an identity crisis for a country as a whole. This was a surprising study.
Yep. So it was done by an airplane etiquette survey. And the results are saying Americans are way nicer than Canadians. What do we have now?
I know.
We have nothing.
Well, we have hockey. That's it. Those are our two things.
We have
Hockey and friendliness.
And higher percentage of alcohol in our beer.
That's true. We still have that.
But still, being kind was our thing.
See, I don't believe this study, and I'm going to prove it. I'm going to randomly call an American, and we'll just see how nice they actually are.
Okay.
Thank you for calling Chick-fil-A Inner Harbor.
Thank you for calling Chick-fil-A Inner Harbor. How may I serve you today?
Hi, I'm stuck in your bathroom.
You're stuck in a bathroom.
I'm stuck in your bathroom in your store, yes. I came in and I made a big dookie, and then I tried to leave, and I can't get the door open. Hello, can you hear me?
Somebody will be coming shortly.
Okay, who's coming?
A manager.
Okay.
What bathroom were you in?
I'm in the little boy's room.
Okay. Somebody will be there shortly.
Can you hear me? Get me out of here! Hello? They hung up on me. That's rude. 1 point Canada. See?
Wow. Okay,
I don't think a Canadian would have hung up on me that quick.
You know, what angers me about this is they're now putting all of us in on this study. Like, I wasn't on that plane. I'm so nice. I don't even get up to go to the bathroom when somebody's asleep beside me. And, like, I get UTIs. I am sacrificing everything so someone can have a nice slumber in the clouds.
Too much information. Pacino, one of my favorite actors of all time, he presented an award last night at the Video Game Awards. Didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a thing.
He sounds like he didn't know it was a thing either.
Yeah, he's like, how did I get this invite?
It sounds like he just wandered on stage and started speaking.
He's in the wrong place.
You got to hear this.
I may come as it may come as a shock to you, but it's hard for me to see the teleprompter. But anyway, in truth, I don't play a whole lot of video games.
Like, I wonder if the guy that was supposed to present the award ended up sick, and they're like, who can do this?
Al Pacino's 82 years old. I just looked up like video games from 70 plus years ago. Not a lot. I mean, there was some Space Wars from 1977, Gunfight from 1975, Speed Race, Space Race. Not a lot of Night Driver.
No, I guess. That's the thing I often think about is like when we get to retirement age, is everybody just going to be like sitting around with virtual reality machines on their head playing vids?
Oh, yeah. Like someone will be changing my diaper, but I'll be on a beach.
Yeah.
Like in my mind.
Exactly. It makes me feel old, though, that my favorite actor is now in his 80s and sounds like it. Like that. So that's making me feel old lately.
It really is tough. Like I remember for so long just thinking about someone like Bill Murray. And like in my mind, he's always going to look the same, right?
Yeah.
Groundhog Day style. But then you see him, like here's Bill Murray out for a coffee in 2022, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, they age quick.
I know, and so do we.
Things that make you feel old.
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 I thought we weren't using this.
Yeah, the boss said it's the worst intro he's ever heard.
Yeah, so I thought he told us to throw it out.
He did, yeah.
All right.
I don't listen very good. It's Play 107. Get at us. What's making you feel old lately? Play 107, Ryder and Lisa. What is making you feel old lately? 780-784-7107.
Okay, you want to make me feel old?
What?
My birth certificate.
Good one. And your dad jokes.
Yeah, it works.
Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it.
Emily wrote in saying those TikToks where people ask their teenagers common phrases that we know. Like, what's burning a CD mean? And they genuinely have no idea, and it makes me feel ancient. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
I definitely felt old the day that I asked someone if they liked the Spice Girls, and they were like, who are they? And I was like, oh no, it's begun.
780-784-7107. We have Chantel, the bus driver, checking in saying what's making her feel old is she keeps thinking the kids are getting louder, but actually they're not. It's just she's getting less and less tolerant. We decided to utilize their loudness, though. Fire away.
1, 2, 3.
Not very loud.
Not very loud. I think it was the Bluetooth, though.
Yeah, that might be
We
right.
need better microphones in that bus. Drive safe. Thank you so much for listening, all of you. Have a great day at school. Okay, so what is making you feel old? Stephanie wrote in saying, I have a colleague who's either 18 or 30, the type of person that you can't figure it out, and I've been truly trying to. The other day, she was telling me how her boyfriend and her broke up after 2 years of dating because he was flirting with someone old, like in their 30s. That solved my dilemma and also made me die a little inside as a freshly 30-year-old.
Yeah.
So you figured it out. So she's more of an 18-year-old. Got it.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.